We begin with a windstorm that's pushing powerful gusts all over the region. It's plunged thousands of homes in the lower mainland into darkness this morning. BC Hydro says more than 80,000 customers don't have power right now. These are the latest statistics from BC Hydro this morning. There's more than 11,000 customers without power in the Burnaby area. Also, 1,000 customers in the dark in North Vancouver, Maple Ridge, Langley, and Burnaby. So a lot of power outages this morning. The situation is improving, but still a lot of people in the dark, and those strong winds are also being felt along the coast, creating some choppy conditions on the water. Reagan has been tracking the situation at BC Ferries for us this morning. Good morning, Reagan. So what are you seeing there?
Good morning, Carrie. Well, it now feels like we're in the calm after the storm. The wind warnings have now officially ended for Metro Vancouver and the Fraser Valley. Unfortunately, because the peak of the storm happened in the middle of the night, there ended up being no impacts to BC Ferries customers. So travelers very happy about that. So let's recap what we saw in the overnight. In Metro Vancouver, we saw gusts up to 80 kilometers per hour. In the Fraser Valley, up to 100. Those winds and heavy rain brought down trees and debris overnight, damaging power lines and electrical equipment. BC Hydro says crews and contractors have been working around the clock on restoration. Officials also responding to reports of down lines that are considered an emergency. So anyone who comes across one of those needs to call 911 and stay back at least 10 meters. In Abbotsford, the school district says some schools may have late starts or closures today due to power outages. That includes Dr. Roberta Bondar, Chief Dan George, South Poplar Traditional, and Alexander Elementary.
My understanding is the hardest part of the storm took place overnight. Of course, we're going to be seeing some winds this morning, but in these types of weather events, what customers can potentially see is have their power restored, and because of the winds that are persisting throughout the day, they may incur another power outage. So that being said, it's difficult to predict how much damage a storm will cause.
So while the winds have finally calmed down this morning, now the real work begins as crews try to get on top of those thousands of power outages across the lower mainland. Carrie?
Okay, Reagan Hasegawa joining us live this morning. Thanks, Reagan.